The New York Jets went 7-10 last season, and by every account, that was a gross underachievement, bolstering a defense that was fourth overall in the entire league. They believe they should have went further than they actually did, with lackluster performances from quarterback Zach Wilson, having Mike White come in, and Jets fans actually believing that Mike White could be the franchise savior, franchise quarterback. And here enters Aaron Rodgers. The New York Jets sent a first rounder this year, a second rounder this year, a sixth rounder this year, and a conditional second, which turns into a first next year if Rodgers plays 65% of his snaps. Clearly, the Jets believe they're only a quarterback away from the ultimate prize, which is lifting that Lombardi trophy. And I can't say I disagree with them too much. I mean, look at their roster. They've had an offensive and defensive rookie of the year over the last few years in Garrett Wilson and Quentin Williams. I mean, we could talk about Mekhi Becton. They signed Mecole Hardman this offseason. They also brought in Alan Lazard, a guy that Aaron Rodgers already has a relationship with, chemistry with, including Nathaniel Hackett, his former offensive coordinator with the Packers, a guy who just got fired as the Broncos' former head coach. And the familiarity there as far as the offensive scheme goes, it's going to be very, very integral in them picking up the offense and being able to teach the offense to the other guys. And a move that they made to facilitate that is to bring in Randall Cobb. It is less of a football X's and O move than it is a veteran presence, leadership, teaching the other receivers what Aaron likes and doesn't like type of move. There's also having Robert Saleh there. Robert Saleh has proven himself as a great defensive mind, and not just a defensive mind, because that could have a negative connotation to it, but as an overall head coach. But of course, he is a great defensive mind, but as an overall head coach, he really handled the Zach Wilson situation very well. And you can see that in hindsight, making sure that Mike White was ready to step in for Zach Wilson when he was struggling. I remember the Patriots game, just Zach Wilson just playing the absolute worst brain dead, airheaded play that you can ever have. And, Saleh handled it very well in the New York media. We know how tough that is to handle, but he handled it well. And it seems that he was able to handle Zach well for him to not possibly ask for a trade of some sort. In this sports world we're in now, it's not too far off of something to think about. So he handled that, was able to handle his locker room for the most part. He got one of the receivers out who was talking so much, Elijah Moore. So I believe the Jets are a franchise that are ready right now. And that coincided with them making this move and being this aggressive, giving up what they gave up to get Aaron Rodgers in the building. And what exactly do the Jets have in the building? A Super Bowl champion, a 4-time MVP award winner, a quarterback with the highest QB rating among all his peers. I mean, I could go on and on. We've all watched it over the years. I mean, nothing should be stopping the Jets except injury. Reports coming out of Jets camp is that Aaron Rodgers is dealing with a quote-unquote minor calf injury. Robert Saleh said he's fine. He's going to be rehabbing and just taking it slow because, after all, the season is so far away. And I would agree with that if it wasn't with your 39-year-old quarterback. And a quarterback who has a history of calf injuries. Maybe not extensive, but worth noting. Aaron Rodgers' calf issues didn't start today. I'm a Seahawks fan, so I clearly remember this. In 2015, right before he played us in the NFC Championship game. I remember a report coming out about his ankle, and look at this play right there. When you look at that play right there, I remember thinking to myself in that very moment, if Aaron Rodgers' calf was healthy, he could have ran that ball way further. It was so many instances in that game where the middle was so open, but he could not run as far as he could. And this is my fear for the New York Jets. With a 39-year-old quarterback, he's not younger. In 2014, he was younger, probably overcame his injuries quicker. That is not the same when you're older. And there's another instance where he suffered this same injury in 2016-17. So no matter how well the Jets play, it's always going to be in the back of my mind. It should be in the back of your mind. When is this injury going to pop up again? I mean, he's had issues with his collarbone. I remember it twice. I remember 2013 and 2017, him messing up his collarbone. Like I said, last year was his thumb. I mean, I remember it being his toe a season or two ago also. So all I'm saying is, with all the expectation, please temper it. I mean, I have no dog in the fight, especially in the AFC where it's tough. So Aaron Rodgers cannot be missing any games, especially in the AFC. This is not the NFC North where you play the Lions. You're going to be facing Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Lamar. I mean, this is the toughest conference in I don't know how long. So they're going to need Aaron for all 17 games. And if a calf injury has already started, I don't think that's great. Hopefully it works out. That is why protection is going to be at a premium to keep him clean. How is Mekhi Becton recovering from his ACL surgery? We hear all great things and we hope it stays like that. Dwayne Brown, where is he going to play? We're hearing he has a little bit of a qualm with what part of the line he's going to be playing on. That's to be seen. So protection is going to be a huge key for the New York Jets. They have the roster to accomplish it. Will the health hold up through 17 weeks of the season and an extra couple of weeks if you're lucky? The New York Jets haven't made the playoffs in 12 years. They haven't had a quarterback throw for 4,000 yards since Joe Namath. So Aaron Rodgers has the ability and the chance to go in there, take over, and break all these quarterback franchise records. The only thing in the way is health, and for their sake, I hope it goes well. Please like, comment, and subscribe this video, and in the comment section, drop if you agree or not, and please let me know if you want more of this type of content and the topics that you want me to look over and make content on. Thank you.